Hey folks, it's Borders Dude here. I'm back with another Figure Force video, and this time I'm taking a look at a line that I started collecting last year, and it's sort of retro now because it is nearing that 20-year mark of being in production. It is the Mattel WWE Elite Collector's line. So let's have a little bit of BG, but not enough to do any harm on the WWE and Mattel partnership. Mattel acquired the toy license from WWE after it had expired from the previous holder, which was Jakks Pacific, in 2010. This also ushered in a change for the WWE television programming itself. It went from TV 14 to TV PG in the US, and Mattel was a reason for that, because it's not since Hasbro had WWE been with a really big and family orientated focused toy company, and WWE also wanted to reach out to other big sponsors that were family orientated off the back of this, which is why that change came in. And on a completely sort of different note from the toy line, this also helped expand, wrestlers' lifespan in the WWE, because the wrestling style became safer, which was not taken too well by a lot of the hardcore fan base at the time, because there was things such as blood was a complete no-no unless it was purely accidental and it couldn't be helped, and sort of dangerous moves that would cause a lot of concussions. There was other things that caused the toning down of the wrestling style, but the main reason really came down to acquiring big licensees such as Mattel. The purpose of the WWE Elite range is to create a line of figures for wrestling figure collectors that are highly detailed and do an excellent job at representing that individual wrestler in character form. This will not only include the face sculpt looking as good as it can, but also the ring attire for that time period that the figure is trying to capture of that particular wrestler. So if you're looking at a wrestler currently who's the champion, it will typically come with a championship belt. But if you're looking at a past wrestler who may have used a weapon a lot of the time, such as the Big Boss Man with his nightstick, that will be included with the figure. And also, the important thing with this line is that it's at an affordable price point. The WWE Elite line doesn't just give you figures of wrestlers that have been in or are currently in WWE. Wrestlers from other organisations such as ECW, NWA, WCW are represented in this line. Not all wrestlers have been due to licensing issues. With Jakks, Jakks could go out to any wrestler who may be retired and get a license from them personally to create a figure, but there is some restrictions with the Mattel licensing, and also I think WWE has a say in who they can and who they can't make, for be it legal reasons or just simply they're not on good terms with that particular wrestler at that time. As the WWE Elite range is marketed towards a more mature wrestling figure collector, there is an expectation of articulation in figures of that market type, and the WWE Elite range does not disappoint in this manner. There is on most figures 26 points of articulation. However, I'm just going to run through a few of those articulation points in this video. The head can go up and down, left and right. You get a full 360 motion on the shoulder joint. There is a bicep cut. You also get a bend at the elbow and a bend at the wrist. When it comes to the waist, you get an ab crunch and a waist twist. The legs can go left and right and back and forward. The knee is double jointed. Sometimes there will be a thigh cut, and you also get an ankle tilt. As you can see, when it comes to articulation, these figures do not disappoint. And lastly, with the WWE Elites, you can expect there to be some sort of spin-offs to that line. Things such as the defining moments, which the Sting figure is, that give you more detailed accessories and capture a better representation of that moment in time of that particular wrestler. There are entrance grates that have a entrance music box with them, and coming out soon are the WWE Ultimates that are even more detailed in their capturing of that particular moment of a wrestler's career, but will have things such as swappable heads, increased articulation as well. Some of that has filtered down to more recent WWE Elites. There are some wrestlers now who come with changeable hands, but the main reason it'll be different from the Ultimate is there'll be a lot more emphasis on the detail and the extra things, as I've already mentioned. Well folks, that was my brief look at the WWE Elite line. It's not bad for a line that's been going for nearly 20 years now and is in its 65th wave at the time of this filming. It's probably more by the time I edit it and upload it. It's a figure line that I'm really passionate about collecting and having enjoyment collecting. I will be looking to review figures from this line on my channel as part of Figure Force. Is there any figures that you see here that you'd like me to review first? If there is, let me know in the comments section below. Thanks again to all your support, and please do be excellent to each other.